No, I'm not trying to find coins. I'm trying to find exhaust screws that fell out of my chainsaw last spring. So, at about $5 a piece. It's worth more than most coins I find out here. Got a Canada J here on my shoulder. I don't know. Found it. There might be one more out here, but I'm not sure where it is, so I'll try. Having a little celebration here today. I found two of those chainsaw exhaust screws. I knew about where one was for sure, but the other one I didn't know, but I went along and that metal detector beep beep, and so I dug down in there and I found it. So hey, that's $10. And they're pretty important, but they tend to, with an exhaust always cooling and thawing out, or not cooling and getting hot, they expand and contract so much that it's hard to keep them tight. So they actually furnish with an Allen wrench. You should be checking them all the time, but sometimes you forget. Next thing you know, you hear a sputter and you realize, uh-oh, the exhaust bolt's gone. Anyway, I got both of them and worked out a little better than when I left here last spring, right near the car, because I knew I had them on as I headed to the cabin, and sometime in between, I ended up at the car and I didn't have any glasses. Well, that's a common problem for me, but I'm trying to wear them more so I don't set them down and lose them all the time. And it's also why I got these little retainers on there now, so that when I'm out in the brush or whatever, it's harder to lose them and it's easier to find them. Well, so I brought the metal detector up because that's one more thing I want to try and find. Well, I'd gone down that trail a couple times with the metal detector about where I knew they were, and I didn't come up with anything, and I gave up. Well, friend Mark come walking in the next day to spend the night, and he walked up and he said, "Hey, you lose any glasses?" He said he was walking along, and they were just looking right up at him, so I must have brushed them up out of the grass or something, but for some reason they didn't sound off. But anyway, they've been found. So the metal detector didn't do it for me, but they did. So anyway, celebration time. I got few ice cold, put this one in the freezer to get it nice and cold, a nice Diet Coke. Gonna have a pizza. I already had pizzas one time, so the fixings are all made up here in this bowl, so all I gotta do is heat the crust up. Oh, wait a minute, Marty. I get talking and I'm forgetting. Gosh. Why didn't you tell me? I didn't put any sauce on there. Alright, now we're better off. Got plenty so I can really load it up. Alright. That's good there. Now, I've done these pizzas a lot, and they're so simple. They've only been here a few minutes. Heated that up. Got that in there. Now the trick is to pour a little water in there, put this tight lid on there, and just, look at this, I got a super duper little timer here. I can set my 2 minutes. I'm always forgetting, when I make coffee or do anything, it's like, okay, how long has it been perking? Well, if I think about it, or baking a chicken or doing rolls, if I crank that timer over, I help my old mind remember just what I'm up to. So anyway, that's gonna cook just what's this? Oh, we dropped a good piece there. I'll get that back in there. So anyway, we're in good shape. Got my muffler bolts. Everything's working pretty good. It's supposed to really get cold. I had this out working the other night, and this is what Bud Thompson sent for those mosquitoes. And it was in here, and it was zapping bugs. I don't know if it got a mosquito or not, but I think I'm gonna have to set it out this evening. Set it outside and see if I can see any mosquitoes toasted in there. Oh, when Bill and Cara Faye stopped by the other day, they left those top-notch Ghirardelli chocolates, and there's over half of them left. But I'm working on them, and oh, I got for dessert sometime this afternoon, I got a half of an apple pie left yet. I left it outside the door, but the Canada Jays found it, so I got there just in time. Well, I think it's pizza time. Yeah. Time to enjoy. You know, it's one of them days. Sunny, way too hot to work, and the weatherman says it's going to change tomorrow. In fact, it's going to change tonight. Wind's already coming out of the northwest. It's going to turn around out of the north. Might gust up to 40 miles an hour. Sun's going to shine the next couple of days, but it's going to be a lot cooler. Be a lot easier to work on days like that. We had our grouse reporter writer and our grouse photographer in here this morning. Scott brought him in, and right on schedule, spruce grouse showed up. Right on schedule, the dominant male started running around and raising cane and strutting and displaying. So it went on for close to an hour and a half. So the first morning we hit a home run. We're going to come back out tomorrow morning too, maybe a third morning. Just look at some more of the things around. In the meantime, thought I'd celebrate. Got a big beefsteak thawing out in the refrigerator. Got some real potatoes in there I can make up. So all is good. Kind of a lazy day, so I thought I'm gonna eat high in the hog. So got this big steak I brought from home, so looking forward to frying that up with the fried potatoes. And I think I'm ready to get going here. Potatoes seem to be about done. A little wave, there we go. Get this steak seared and get going. I said steak, I think it's looking more like a pot roast. We're going to call that good. Get this pot roast out of the pan. All right. I can see a nice meal of steak and eggs in the morning. steak, eggs, and potatoes in the morning. All right, time to dig in.